Hi everyone, I'm Teresa.
I'm David.
We're retired and road tripping. We're about to get hit on the Highway 128 Scenic Byway. Okay, let me show you where we're at. We're at the Dewey Bridge Campground and boat ramp. All right, so let's turn left first. We're going to do the best we can here. Individual camping spots. Looks like they got trash, ball toilets. Right here is the little pay station. And if it's been like the BLM campgrounds that we've seen already, it's $20 unless you have America the Beautiful pass, and then it's $10 and a senior pass. So here we go. We are right on the Colorado River. Site number 1. 2, 3, 4. Look at the view. Beautiful view. Here's site number 5. That's a good spot right by yourself. We're very impressed with these BLM campgrounds in Utah. There's number 6 is a pull through.
7 is too.
And 7. All right, now we're going to go over to the group sites and we're going to show you the old Dewey Bridge. All right, then we got a group campground right here. And we may have to go across the road to see the Dewey Bridge information.
Yeah, the suspension bridge.
Yep, the suspension. Whoa. Cross the road to get the suspension bridge. Dave, tell us what we got. I can see it was constructed in 1916 to connect southeastern Utah with Grand Junction.
Yeah.
The Dewey Bridge was destroyed by wildfire in 2008.
Withstand 21,000 pounds, 6 horses, 3 wagons, or 9,000 pounds of freight.
Human-caused fire burned nearly 9 acres of land, resulted in $800,062 in property damage.
Taylor Ranch was settled here in 1888. The corridor, 1901. Samuel King built a toll road with a ferry service. And then planning for the bridge was 1913. The bridge was built in 1916.
Okay, this is pretty cool. The remnants of the Dewey Bridge. And there's some people on the other side looking at us, looking at them. Wow. All right, right across the bridge is a historical site. So we're going to go check this out.
Foundation of an old schoolhouse. The spring is over there, and a rock room over there. Here's a little kiosk with the map on it. New bridge, little bridge, and there's a ferry crossing. You have to get on this side, I guess.
All right, the gist of it, Richard Westwood moved his family here to the Dewey permanently in 1904 to run the ferry. The Westwoods needed a school for their children. The first school was Wheeler's Log Cabin. Mrs. Martha Westwood had to sign up for classes to make the necessary quota for a school. 1906, Grand County built a school on this site. It was 16 by 24 feet, made of native lumber, lined with unbleached muslin to keep the wind, dust, and bugs out. Joe Scharf taught the 9 pupils for the 3-month session. Other teachers over the year were Bert Brown, W.R. McConkle, Elmer Kelly, Selmer Earp, and Maud Pfizer. Ferry closed when the bridge was completed in 1916. Mr. Westwood lost his employment and moved his family to Moab. All right, we're going to get back in the Jeep. We're going to actually drive down that road a little bit and check out some of those BLM designated spots. All right, I'm gonna show you just real quick. We're right here at the bridge. We're just gonna check out these three to the parking area just to see what it looks like. All right, here we go by the Dewey Bridge. Over the cattle guard. I don't know if that's number 1 or not. That spot up there looks rough. All right, now here's a little spot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume that's number 2.
14-day limit.
And there is site number 3. And then right up here is a parking area for the Colorado River. All right, this right here is Entrada Bluffs. There are tons of people in here riding around.
Riding or boating.
All right, Dave, what do you got to say?
Very interesting, especially with the wooden bridge that they built.
Yep, the Dewey.
120 years ago. 122 years ago.
Well, we're not at the end of Colorado 128, but the Scenic Highway. But we are. This is where we're turning around. I've made notes. There's probably 6 campgrounds, BLM campgrounds. We're gonna check out in video on the way back. This is the Dewey Bridge campground and the dispersed camping area. We kind of thought that they meant like number, like 1, 2, 3, but we didn't find these in these first 3 spots. But they're definitely there because we can see people have been camping there.
They made spots in there in amongst shade.
Corral down here.
Portable corral.
Portable corral. I am going to show you. The road does get a little bit sketchy. And I'll show you the site number 1 that I wasn't sure if it was a site or not. But now that I've seen the other 2, it is a site. It is tucked in here. There's a couple sites in that little section. Yeah, probably 2.
Separated from the...
Beautiful view. That's right up our history right there. That'd be neat if they could save that. All right, Dave, before we get going, why don't you stop? Scenic Highway 128 is definitely worth it, even if you don't want to go camping.
Yep.
About 30 miles out of Moab.
Yep.
All right, we're at the Dewey Bridge. They have a campground, group site, dispersed, and this history stuff right here. Anything else you want to add?
Nothing I can think of.
All right, well, check out everything that we've been doing in Utah. At this point, we got a lengthy playlist of national parks, national monuments, BLM campgrounds, where we're staying for free.
Yep.
All that kind of stuff. If nothing else, America's beautiful. Get out and see it.
Like and subscribe if you want to.
We'll see you on the road.